Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Tuesday, Mars Day, July 16th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 4 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. When it comes to the spirit animal, we are guided by the crocodile energy. And with the crocodile energy and the way the crocodile energy came out, it brought me to impatience with the crocodile energy coming out in the reversal position. In the upright position, to me, the crocodile energy would bring me to patience. I think of like someone like, I think of like stalking one's prey type of energy, and not necessarily stalking one's prey, but like say the preparation that's required in order to make something happen. I think of like taking a step back and observing the environment before going in to make something, to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. I also think of the importance of having thick skin. And when I look at this energy here, it brings me to that might be something that's a little bit non-existent today. When I look at the energies in today and the fact that they add up to the number 4 vibration, and the day is the 16th, 1 plus 6 is 7. Today's energy is a lot of mixed things going on, and I'll get into that in a second when I get to the chart. But like when we look at the day is the 16th, and with the numbers 1, the number 1 deals with the individual. It deals with ideas. The number 6 deals with responsibility. It deals with community. 1 plus 6 is 7. So with the day being the 16th, there's big emphasis, or we are in our heads reflecting on our security, our stability, our status, our titles, our families. And with the energies in the day adding up and reducing to number 4 vibration, it's like wherever your foundation is weak, that's where your attention and your focus is on. And when it comes to today's energy, it's like you could find yourself feeling bummed out because you're holding yourself accountable or holding yourself towards expectations that are just unrealistic where you're concerned, or holding yourself to standards that weren't even yours to begin with. And when it comes to today's energies, it's important to ask yourself questions when it comes to whatever frustrates you, irritates you, or bring you pain. And questions I would ask myself is what is the truth around this feeling? Is it true that I feel this way? Like first I would ask myself, what is it that I'm feeling? And I would write down what it is that I'm feeling. And then when it comes to whatever it is that I'm feeling, I would ask myself, what would cause me to feel this way? And is there truth around whatever I'm believing that would cause me to feel this way? And from asking myself, is there truth around whatever it is that I would have to believe in order for me to feel this way? And I would just keep asking myself questions to get to the root of what's really happening with me. And a lot of the times we'll find that what's really happening within us is we have these beliefs that didn't even come from us, that hold no truth, but we make them true by telling ourselves that they are true based on what we've been told. And once you ask questions, it's like confronting a bully. It's like, turning on the light on the boogeyman type of thing. Like it disappears. With the day being the 16th, the number 7 energy brings us to really look deep at ourselves in relations to our peers and the things that we own, the things that we should own, where we should be and what we should be doing based on what society says. And when it comes to say the planets, today first of all is Mars Day. Tuesday is ruled by Mars energy, and Mars is inside of Taurus, and Mars conjunct Uranus is a part of a T-square between the moon in Scorpio and Mercury in Leo. So now look at the T-square that's happening. First of all, when it comes to Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, squaring Mercury in Leo, something about my motivations or something about what motivates us in order to free ourselves where security and stability is concerned, something about it cannot be spoken about. Maybe something about it cannot be spoken about because we don't even know what that is in some cases. And also to the moon in Scorpio is a part of that T-square. So with the moon in Scorpio energy, a part of that T-square is like, it would look like for me, it's like, I don't feel secure within myself and my situation. I can't speak about it because I don't want to be judged. And at the same time, I don't know what I would do to make myself feel more secure. I don't know what I would do to make things better. And then the moon in Scorpio is also a part of a grand water trine. A grand water trine between Cancer and Pisces. So the moon in Scorpio positively aspecting the sun in Cancer, and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces is positively aspecting the sun in Cancer and the moon in Scorpio. And when it comes to this grand water trine, I feel like with this energy, it's like on an intuitive level, you know everything is going to be okay when it comes to your situation. But at the same time, I would like to have some practical proof. Like, God, universe, creator, can I have some practical proof, please? Like, that's what I would get from these energies, because it's like, you know, I think of the T-square, then I think of the T-square energy, and then the grand water trine energy. So it's like intuitively, emotionally, I know I'm going to be okay. And I love that there's that grand water trine energy, because that's powerful. Like, intuitively on the inside, we just feel and we know that divine order is at play and everything is going to be all right. It's like when it comes to the grand water trine in today's energy, will bring me to that saying, the creator has a lot of children, but I am the favorite. And it's like feeling that to one's core, but at the same time also being challenged by the fact that I'm still concerned about my situation. And I'm not sure exactly if I'm doing the right things to make it better. And I can't talk about it because I don't want to be judged. But on the other hand, I feel like I'm going to be okay. It's like there's a tug of war when it comes to emotions and what's happening. And yeah, when it comes to the tarot, we have the Seven of Wands in the upright position, and the Seven of Wands brings me to defensive energy. Brings me the person in the card looks like they're defending themselves. And when I think of like the seven aspect of this though, and how the number 7 is ruled by Neptune, it could bring me to a person perceiving something as threat, or maybe something is a real threat. It could be a perceived threat or a real threat. And when it comes to perceived threat or real threat, what comes to mind though is how we put too much emphasis on what other people think. And it's like, it's none of your business what other people think about you. Like, that's in their head. And why isn't your business more important to you to be focusing on you opposed to be wondering what they think? It's like, for me, wondering what other people think about me is like abandoning myself. And it's like, why are they more important than me for me to abandon myself to think about them? Like, it's not fair. Ever since I could remember, like, I've never been big on, you know how people will be like so into like housewives of this or that, or celebrity type reality shows, or just celebrity type things. Like, I don't know, like, I've always felt like why are they more important than me for me to be watching their lives? Like, something about it always felt just wrong to me, like a betrayal or an abandonment of me. It's like, why do I stop my life and give up hours within my life to watch their lives? You know, like, it just felt silly to me. But I get it, like, you know, it's entertainment. But for me, it's like, I prefer to spend that time like consuming something that will empower me or teach me something to make myself better in some way. And it's like, but I feel like we've been, Hollywood and celebrities has been put in front of us for us to celebrate them opposed to celebrate ourselves. So when it comes to today's energy, and things coming up around people and what they think, or, paranoid, feeling a little bit paranoid about what other people are thinking, or the fact that they're watching and whatnot. And it's like, my thing is like, it's not fair for me to like be thinking about them. Like, that's taking me away from me. Like, they're not that important for me to think about them over me. It's not fair to me. So if you find yourself, wondering what people are going to think, ask yourself, like, why are they more important than you for you to be worrying about them? Why is that? What makes them more important than you? Who told you that they're more important than you? And why are they? And you might say, but they're not. But then why do you care what they think if they're not? So, when it comes to today's energy, security, stability is a factor. And when it comes to the security and the stability, there's reflection on self in relation to community, peers, our status, where we are in relation to everybody else. And it's like something that, it's important to remember is that we all have a different start. We all have a different start, even if our start appear to be similar. And we don't all want the same things, even though we've been conditioned to think that we should want the same things. And I feel like, if we realize that, like, we can't be compared for the simple fact that we don't want the same things and we don't have the same starts. And because we don't have the same, we don't all start out the same and have the same experiences, the same journeys, because we're all being prepared for different things. So because we're all being prepared for different things, like, even if it appeared that we started out the same way, like, we're being prepared for different things. So when it comes to today's energy, security, stability, but my thing is, what makes you feel secure? What makes you feel stable? For me, I feel secure and I feel stable when I check in with myself often, when I get still often, when I get quiet often, when I meditate often. And when I say meditate, it doesn't mean any fancy anything. It just means just sitting quietly and bringing my attention to observing myself. Like, bringing my attention to, like, say, closing my eyes and imagining that, like, if I didn't know anything about anything, if everything in life had no title, if there was never a title or anything if there was never no title to anything, and I'm sitting there and I'm observing my hair against my shoulder, and it's like, what is that? What is that? Observing an itch on my knee, and it's like, what is that? It's like, just bringing my attention, just observing, curious about my breath going in and out. I hear a sound outside, but not think to say that sound means this or that. Just observe my curiosity, observe how, observe the observation that's happening within me, or how I'm observing things around me without putting any label or titles on them. Just breathing, like, that brings me peace. That makes me feel secure. Staying close to, my connection with the Creator is me staying close to me and being present and meditating often, and that makes me feel secure, because doing that, I'm constantly reminded of the truth of who I am and what I am, and the fact that the security and everything that I seek comes from within me. Like, the abundance that we're conditioned to seek in the world, it only exists within us. And until we recognize it in ourselves, we can't recognize it in the world, even if it's right in front of us. You guys, it's such a pleasure sharing these messages with you.
Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below.
Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a green heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.